علي منها واللي منها ما بيبيعوش.
Congratulate Egypt for qualifying for the quarterfinals of the African Cup of Nations. Over the phone we have Mr. Mohammed Mosbah. He's a sports analyst. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So first of all, let's talk more about the performance of the Egyptian team being qualified for the quarterfinals.
Actually, it was a very interesting match, and we returned back to our, I can say, high-level performance. The player yesterday was very motivated and challenged, and we have a kind of keenness to make the match on our side. The spirit we showed yesterday to Cote d'Ivoire was extremely positive. And to be frank, this is actually the way that we should play such a competition.
Right. Talking about what will happen next, we are going to face which team coming next, and what do you expect regarding the preparations for this match?
The next match will be after 3 days. It will be in Sunday. And it will be against Morocco. So it's very tough because we can consider Morocco as one of the best 3 national teams in this competition. So it will not be that easy to go actually against Morocco. But if we return back to the previous match, we will find Morocco faced sometimes a tough time in this actual tournament. So we need to prepare well. Unfortunately, we lost 2 players yesterday, Shinawi and Hamdi Fatih. So we need to be ready with a replacement. We need to have a kind of psychological. Always Morocco, they have a high luck against us. So we need to have a psychological treatment to remove such type of concept and be ready to win the match. It's not easy. You're talking about a lot of sensitivity between Arab team. At the same time, Moroccan team is very strong one.
Right. How do you evaluate El Nini as a player and Abu Gabal?
El Nini actually is a great player. We're talking about a player playing in England, with Arsenal, and he was not performing well in the first matches. Let's be frank about that. But yesterday he was playing a very important role and making balance between defense and attack, tackling and all that. This is the reason they selected him as the best player. And then he is a very, I can say, nice person with a good spirit. But in the first match, it was not up to the performance. But yesterday, he did an amazing match. In terms of number, you will find a very high number in terms of correct passes and cutting balls and all that.
So, talking about the upcoming match with Morocco and talking about techniques adopted by the Egyptian team. So, do you think we need any changes, different kinds of preparations, as you mentioned?
For sure, we need to plan because while we are talking about Morocco, we have a player like Ashraf Hakimi, for example, and we have Ashraf Ben Shari as well. So they have a different type of player with a very high time. So we need a kind of preparation in that, and we need a kind of psychological treatment as well. It will not be an easy match. While I'm expecting us to win this match against Morocco, and this is my personal expectation, but we need to prepare it differently. Morocco playing very well between the lines. So we need to be ready to have a kind of stopping for such time for balls between the lines, as an example. Yeah.
Right. Mohamed Salah converted the decisive penalty as Egypt qualified for the African Nations Cup quarters with a 5-4 shootout win over Cote d'Ivoire. So tell us more. How did you see this?
To be honest, it was a big, stressful time for Mohamed Salah because this goal actually was the last penalty. It was, if we didn't score it, Salah will be a big trouble because There's a lot of actually sometimes attack against him. And Salah exactly played it like he did before against Congo in the past. Same way, on same type of spirit. And I can say it's exactly the same goal he scored before. It's extremely positive because this is moving his morale up and making him more motivated for the next match. I was very afraid if Salah didn't score this goal, to be honest, that he will feel down. Especially he just did the same recently with Liverpool. He just actually failed to score a goal from penalty maybe 2-3 weeks back. So thanks God he did it. And Salah yesterday was performing very high. He played a very good in trying to score goals and supporting. The number saying that he supported his colleague with a 7 actually points was very close to be a real actually goal.
Right, Mr. Muhammad Mosbah, sports analyst, thank you very much for joining us. And I guess with this we come to the end of our breakfast show for today. Thank you all for joining us. Stay tuned for more coming up on RTV International.